first of all, what exactly is CORS? So CORS stands for Cross Origin Resource Sharing. Okay, so whenever you make a website, make a request to your backend. So for instance, over here, this is something which an end user sees as your website. So for instance, this is google.com. Then you need to get some data from the Google Cloud server. So let's say this is the Google Cloud server, and then the Google Cloud server has to further get some data from your own website, which is stored somewhere on the internet. So then this is done in 4 different steps. So the first step is a pre-flight request, where the Google server makes a request to your website which asks that if you are available or not. So for example, if you want someone to do a favor for you, you don't directly approach them with the task. You first ask them if they are available to do that particular task for you. Then if they say yes, that is when you give them the task which you want them to do, and then you get the output. So similarly, in the case of network communication, very first step in communicating between 2 different servers. So over here, this is the front end which we are seeing, which is the website which we see. Then behind that, there is always a server which is basically rendering or providing this particular front end. So with this server, we also need to talk with other servers. So to do this, the very first step is a pre-flight request. So over here, we tell the server that we want a particular resource. Okay, then the server responds with that particular server responds and tells us if the server is ready to give us that particular resource. Okay, so by this we actually mean that when we ask the server for a resource, that is when the server tells us that if you want me to give you this particular resource, you need to ask me in a certain way. And what CORS does is that it protects a server from making unauthorized requests. So for example, by default, any server is not allowed to talk to any machine. So this is a machine which is a server, and this is talking with another server. So by default, this is not allowed because this particular communication is not monitored. So in order to allow this by default, we have to create a CORS header. So then we can finally, after getting a valid CORS response which says, okay, now I understand that you are a server, you are not the end user, but still I will allow you to get this particular resource. Okay, so once we get this particular assurance from the backend server, this is when we again ask him to give us that particular resource, and then we get the response. So this is what is actually meant by CORS, where it can allow or prevent 2 different servers from talking to each other. Okay, so now let's build something so that we get a basic understanding of what exactly is meant by CORS and where do we actually need to use CORS.